Hi folks, welcome again to the channel. Juan here from Physical Media EU, and today we have this release from Second Sight Film, the 4K version of Drive. Hello again, and thanks for tuning in. As I was saying, today we have this 4K release of Drive from Second Sight Film. First of all, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also to follow me on Instagram, which has the same handle, Physical Media EU, so there you can see better pictures of the items I review. So let's begin with a review of this standard release. So you can see here I have the cover, and oops, sorry, with the focus, and lastly the back here. Also of these will be pictures on Instagram so you can see better. So let's open it, and here is the disc. There's only one disc, 4K in this case, but no Blu-ray included. So even though this is a very simple standard release, the important thing is the transfer of the movie. So let's begin talking about that. Regarding picture quality, this is by far the best that Drive has ever seen. This transfer made by Second Sight Film is approved and supervised by director Nicolas Winding Refn, and he really has a special eye for how he wants his work to look. He has a very unique style, in my opinion, that you can see along his work. And when I saw Drive the first time, I actually didn't note, of course I didn't know him at that point, but I didn't really think that Drive looked that special back then. But now when I watch it again in this transfer, you can really see Nick Refn's style. Still, it was not as heavy as maybe it was his 2023 Netflix TV show Copenhagen Cowboy, where there the colors are much more vibrant, and the contrast between colors is deeper. I really like the style of that show. I think Drive was not as intense as that, but of course still great. And I think the transfer really made a favor in popping up those details about his style. Now, regarding audio tracks, this movie has 3 audio tracks. One of them is actually one of the bonus features. It's a commentary track. The 2 people in the audio track is Nicolas Winding Refn and a movie critic from The Guardian. I thought that their conversation, while it's still interesting, they don't speak so much about what is actually happening in the movie or in those specific scenes. So it was kind of like a podcast, right? You can listen to it without having to be watching the movie again. I think for the most part they were not really talking about what was happening. Then the other audio tracks is a Dolby Atmos track and DTS HD master audio track. I watched the movie with the Dolby Atmos, and I thought it was great. I prefer Dolby Atmos normally because my system supports it, but then I tried some specific scenes using the other audio track and honestly couldn't tell the difference. So of course I'm not an expert, so it's just my 5 cents. Regarding languages, the audio tracks are both in English and the subtitles also only in English. And the 4K disc is region unlocked, so you can play this in any 4K player. Moving on to the bonus features, as I said, there's that commentary audio track, but besides that there are 3 other videos. So I thought in general that even though the bonus features are good, I thought that it was not that much. Would have been nice to have some extra things, but as I said, the included ones are actually very good. So the first of them is a 3-way conversation between Nick Refn, the music composer Cliff Martinez, and the movie editor Matt Newman. This conversation is kind of like the format of a Zoom call, right? It was made online, and you see the person that is talking at that time, right? Kind of just like a Zoom call. So the format, I think it was not that great, but still, of course, the important thing is the conversation, and I think that was actually very interesting. Then one of the other extras is an interview with the editor Matt Newman, where he also talks about how he landed the job and how it was to work together with Nicolas Winding Refn. And the last bonus feature is a video essay that talks about some of the technical aspects of the movie. Specifically, I remember a part that I liked, which was about the camera angles and where the camera was positioned in some scenes, where when Ryan Gosling was driving the car or was like inside the car. Sometimes the camera was inside or outside, and it had different perspectives that I thought it was very interesting to hear. And lastly, as I mentioned, this is a standard release, but Drive actually is a movie that has many beautiful other releases, including several steelbooks. And this is actually a movie that has a very big fan base, and many collectors have several versions of this movie. You can see on Instagram, if you search for it, there's like plenty of them. There are very nice steelbooks also of Drive, but in my opinion, the best version you can get is the collector's edition of the second side release. So it is the same disc as this one, but as you can see in the picture here in the corner, is a massive release which includes also the book that inspired the story for the movie. But unfortunately, that version got sold out very fast, and now if you want to get it, you probably have to go to eBay or something like that and pay like very high prices for it. So that was it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also follow on Instagram, where you will find detailed pictures of this release as well. And lastly, I would like to invite you to comment in the video. You can tell me if you also like Nicolas Winding Refn, what's your favorite work of his. Also, if you have any other of these Drive releases, or if you plan to get this standard version. Again, thank you so much for watching, and see you all at Okie Dogs.